Oh, and my mic wasn't working. I just realized I've been muted this whole time. Cool. Alright. Well, yeah, hello. I, I will eventually remember to fix all the stuff. Um, so yeah. We're finishing this piece and then moving on to the Chainsword. I know I promised Chainsword we will get to a Chainsword. The music stop entirely? Why'd the music stop? No, I see desktop is pumping out some... Oh, it's on my end. Ah, there we go. Wow, there's a threshold on my Bob volume that just, it goes from some decibels to nothing, like, immediately. A lot of variance on loud, not much on quiet. I don't think I got enough. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, I got just enough. Line breaker. Do that button. There we go. Now that stuff is the white armor. We can move on. Starting with contrast apothecary white for the shader. Alright, shader's done. That was pretty quick, actually. I've gotten used to at least one leg being attached to the torso, so I think torso would take a lot longer. Alright, next is a 2-part Apothecary White, 1 part Black Templar Contrast, 1 part Lamia Medium mix. This will be the precision shader. Actually, do I have some on the palette that's still fresh enough to use? Oh, yeah, it's fresh enough to use. Never mind. Not gonna pour out more. Just gonna grab a size 0 sable brush and get to it. Using this right along the inside of the recesses. So add a bit of a deeper shadow without going full normal. It's like a 75% black line. Now I'm gonna go just around what is this, the Imperialis, I think? Something Imperialis. Yeah, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of shading there. Alright, that's looks pretty good. I'll begin highlighting. Show size 1 brush and using borax white. Which I have some left over from last night, but not a lot. Let's see if this actually does anything. I know I have a lot light from this side. Hold on. Nope, wrong way. Fix it, then hit my head on it again. Good. A little bit better. Yeah, I need to get more course weight. This is not gonna work. What is this ping? They ping. Sir. I have importance there. All right. Anyway. Hey guys, go Sue. I shall use Go Sue. Go Sue. Okay. Hey Go Sue. Thanks for the follow, man. I saw the thing came up. Did it play the sound? I've been having some issues with it lately. Then chatbot's like completely broken. I sent him a thing, thing earlier. Yeah, it's the owned streaming like service. They just did an update yesterday, and best I can tell, my chatbot's completely broken, and I think the sounds and the alerts are also broken. That well. It's all good. How you doing, Gosu? Yeah, right? Like, can you at least test your updates a little bit before you push them out? Maybe a little? You know, as a web dev, I know it's not that hard. And this correct swipe does not want to actually, like, really imprint around here. Get real direct with this. The man is playing some Warhammer Chaos Gate Demon Hunter. Going to finish up my Terminator Command Squad today. Almost done with the captain. Nice! Warhammer Chaos Gate Demon Hunter is a long name. That's a bit of a mouthful. It's my first box of me somehow. Wow, look at you! You're jumping straight in the Terminators as your first box. I like the ambition on this one. Yo, I want to see some pictures. I would say put in a command for my links, but the commands aren't working because chatbot sucks. Terminator is my favorite mouse tag wise and lore. Yeah, that's totally fair. Dude, I just got raided by Crafty Dog Minis. Why, thank you, sir. I'm assuming that's a sir. I'm assuming your gender. Yeah, I do have a Discord. I will toss in the link. Thanks for the raid, guys. You guys are awesome. Except Deathcore of Uwu, let's go. That's a great name. Oh wait, nope, that's the server. You guys call me just as I'm putting my brush down to find the invite to my Discord, so Mr. Gosu here can show us his first box of minis, some Terminators, because he is a mad lad. Hey Crafty, thanks so much for all of the new peoples. It's just why I needed to wake me up at the beginning of my stream. Alright, let's get back to the actual painting. There's my OBS, I can tell what I'm doing. Got a ready to run, but we'll leave PC on the lurk. Have a good stream if I'm not back before you finish. Oh, thanks, man. I mean, I'll be here for hours and hours. So, like this stream will be until 5:30, and then I'm streaming again from 7 to 11. That's all Eastern time. So, I mean, if you intend on returning to the PC today, I will probably be online. Unless I'm having dinner. But yeah, welcome everyone. Today we're painting a White Scar Assault Intercessor. Currently, his chest. His big manly pecs. Thanks for all the follow, guys, too. I will give a caveat in that half of my tech stuff is like broken right now because I use Owned and they just threw out an update. So chatbot's broken, the alerts are kind of screwy. So if stuff seems weird, it's not me. What's everyone else working on? I wish to know what else is happening in the world of Warhammer art. Got a little weight on the belt. I have to fix that. Not gonna lie, I'm loving that currently it just keeps saying Lay's followers Deathcore of Uwu, because that might be my favorite Discord, not Discord, Twitch name yet. That is amazing. All the surfaces. I get everything. I think that could use a little bit more. I think it looks good. I'm going to edge highlighting, which will be the infamous white scar. Because clearly that's what we want to use. Now these are being painted in the apparently official heavy metal white armor scheme. So it's the whole thing. So white scar. I'll be using size 0 sable brush. I use Monument Hobbies Pro Series for most of my brushes. At least my like standard painting brushes. Love their stuff. Not getting a whole lot of white here. What's going on there? Get on the brush. Yeah, it's still way too watery. Gotta give it the good stuff. Still like really liquidy. Oh, suppose it's down to layers. It's starting to go on a little bit better. Gotta admit, this highlighting usually doesn't take this many layers to actually, like, stay noticeable. Alright, I'm gonna just let that specific part dry and come back to that later. There's a hair in my brush. Totally just sank some white into black lining there. That's fun. Actually, it's still so liquidy, I might be able to just suck that back up. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good now. Yeah. A bit of a trick for you. If you got some really wet paint, it just slides into like a black area like that. Get a brush, throw just a little bit of water in there, and then use that that brush to suck up the water, because it'll pull out the extra wet paint that went down there in the first place. Works more often than not. Oh, what's happened to my main cam? That's something on OBS or which side? I don't know. That was weird. Alright. Let's see. Just a tiny bit of cleanup. And we're basically good. Cleanup. For cleanup, we're using Armor Painter Matte White, which is what this is base coated in. And it's super liquidy because keep using it for airbrush and then not waste paint. I pour it back in, but I've used so much thinner and airbrush flow improver that now the whole bottle's become basically matte white air edition. Oh, no, that was the white scar, not the matte white, even though it's very little difference between the two. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Now we're gonna assemble 3 pieces and the this down here. I'm about to focus a bit on my cam. So, last 2 days, painting these and other things. And we're gonna pop all this together. I believe it's the leg first. Let's fit this. I did. I don't know why I didn't hole enough. Guess I didn't. That's fine. That'll work. Oh, missed it. Auspex apparently released a new video. Don't know on what. Didn't have time to read the notification. There we go. Slides right on. Nice. Glue it. For reference, I use Loctite super glue precision pens for everything. Everything. I absolutely love this stuff. I buy it in bulk. I'm not even joking. Give that a quick second to dry. While I'm waiting, the base here. I'm going to, let's see, next up. I know, right? No, seriously, I have a little fabric tote thing over there. Probably has 8 or 9 of these, like, still in their packs. Yeah, I just go on Amazon when I'm running low and I buy like 20 of them. Because I know I'm gonna go through it. I decided to stick with super glue and not like liquid cement or plastic glue because of the simple fact that if something goes wrong, I can usually pop it. Either I can, either just with my hands, I can break the stuff up, or worst case scenario, I can pop in the freezer and then pop them apart that way. And I can carry these everywhere to repair stuff if something happens, and it won't mess up the paint job if you do it correctly, which is why I get the precision pen, which is not quite the gel. It's a little bit thicker than the gel, which means you actually have more control. So I can put a very small amount on something to ensure it stays within the non-visible areas. I've really thought about this over the years. Yeah, I can put my drill away and all my other kind of bits. My bits and soon bits. Which actually, you guys coming with the raid are gonna go a long way in helping me to unlock bits. Currently working on that right now. Alright, so as part of the base, which these, by the way, these rocks are sprue spines and just green stuff that I just played with until it looked like rocks. They're base coated, I believe, Army Painter matte black using an airbrush, and now I'm dry brushing them with Dawnstone. Then I'm gonna Nuln Oil the entire thing. Just post in the Discord. Let's see this. Dude, these are your first minis? Look at you go. Holy crap. I'm we're gonna all see this. This is gonna occur now. Let's get a get up to the top level. Let's get a window cap. Yeah, there we go. Well, yeah, you gotta put a lot of time in. That's how you do this. Yo, one of the things I want to do in a little while, I'm not sure when exactly I'm gonna start, is I want to have people send in to me pictures of their minis specifically for me to put them up on stream. It's gonna be like its own segment. Some of it's gonna be a little roasty, like a little bit of joking around, and then afterward break down like, okay, so this is what it looks like they did, and how I can see how they can like radically improve. Usually radically improve. I mean, like, I'm mostly focusing this on beginners, and it's like 2 parts. Like, the little bit of roastiness is not just so we can have fun, but also to show that's really not that bad when people make fun of your stuff. It's usually the fear of people making fun of it is way worse than people actually making fun of it, especially if you know that they're just having fun. But usually there's like very simple ways that usually I can show right on cam, and how someone can with mostly just the knowledge of how to do it, massively improve their painting like overnight. I find that painting improvement comes in like two forms: knowledge and skill. Skill comes over time by actually holding a brush and waving it around. Some stuff is skill-based, but a lot of other stuff is knowledge-based. You gotta know what the technique is before you can actually do it. Once you know how to do it, it's usually that simple. You just go and do it. So that's something I have in the works. I'm probably going to build up the community a little bit more before I jump in on that, but it's an idea I've had for a while now. I actually, I've had the idea for a while, just I've only been properly streaming since Saturday. I streamed a little bit on YouTube last year, but then some job stuff came up and I couldn't keep going with it. But it's been in the back of my mind for like a really long time. And now stuff has the pieces have fallen into place that now I can do this at least for a little bit without worry about it. So I'm trying to hit as hard as I can before stuff comes up that may cause me to slow down. God forbid, stop. Not only do I like painting, but I like teaching people how to paint. That's why I keep explaining like every little thing that I'm doing. Alright, so I think I've dry brushed these enough. I think they look pretty good. I'm wondering if I shouldn't... No, this can go a lot brighter. I was using old Dawnstone. I'm gonna get some fresh Dawnstone. Gotta brighten this up because I plan on matting it back down with Nuln Oil. It's gotta be brighter. You're not even gonna be able to tell after the Nuln Oil does its job. Oh, you know what I should be doing is actually using my other brush. My proper dry brush. Which isn't a thing, it's just like a square tipped brush that I'd let like go to crap. Like on purpose. Like I barely clean it. Just all dry and scraggly and like hard bristly. Like it's got a little bit of softness to it, but it's mostly pretty stiff. And I use that to dry brush. But yeah, that captain looks great. I really like what we did with the head. Did you do him in sub-assemblies? Like in pieces? Or did you do the whole thing? Like in one go? Or less one go, but like, you know, one big chunk. Now you wish it... Yeah, the inset heads, the heads with the big collars around them, man, sub-assemblies make that so much easier. And also just bare heads. Bare heads you really gotta do in pieces. What time is it? It's only 2:15. I'm like, I'm suddenly starving. I'm not supposed to eat for hours. Oh, I had an early breakfast today. I woke up early. I woke up at like just before 8. Normally I wake up around 10, but I was already up and I had a meeting at 10:30, so I'm like, screw it, I'll just be awake now, I guess, and I'll fiddle with some stream stuff and whatever before the meeting. You scored a few really cool old school metal minis in blister packs. Local game store. Primed them up. All in sub-assembly. I'm learning what models I need to sub-assemble and just fully assemble. Yeah, more, I find... Now, granted, I'm very meticulous. I'm very detail-oriented. I want really, you know, clean paint jobs unless I'm doing something specific. So, I will usually break stuff down to the smallest pieces I can reasonably do to sub-assemble paint. Like, I'll some, I don't know. You can see how this guy's going right now. I mean, here's some pieces. Here are like the rest of the pieces. Like, if I want stuff right for like my own army, like this is a commission, so like this is one thing. When painting my own stuff, if I want guys able to play, and but I'm not gonna paint them yet. What I usually do is I'll build the torso and legs, like fully, like all the way, and then I'll just do the little dab of super glue on like the shoulders and neck and the backpack, so I can pop them off later. Unless there's stuff that needs to be magnetized, like my Vanguard vats, in which case, you know, they're magnetized anyway, so whatever. That's its own thing. I'm gonna null oil the crap out of this entire base. But more often than not, if I'm trying to do my usual high detail stuff, then I'll sub-assembly like basically everything. Granted, I take a very long time to like paint high detail stuff because, like I said, I'm very meticulous. So it'll slow you down, and if you're trying to do bulk stuff, sometimes it can get a little draining because it feels like you're not making a lot of progress. But then once you put a piece together, it feels pretty good. So I'm gonna use this giant brush with a bunch of null oil and just slather it. Slather. I can pull it up, but like the name of this track I don't remember, but it always feels very... Is it this one? I think it's this one. One of my tracks gives me real strong Mass Effect vibes. I think it is this one. There we go. Alright, so that can go over there to dry. Come back to that in a few, probably like an hour or so. Just kind of build that in between other stuff. Alright, so now these guys. This should just slide right in. Almost. A little bit of stick. Overall, it's good. Pop some glue in there, and torso and legs are done. Like, completely. Oh, there's actually a spot I gotta clean up. I missed the other night. It's all good. Ran the clasp thing there above the holster. I'm just holding this together because it wants to push off on this side, on the left side. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, there we go. Let's fix that clasp. Has some brown on it. This can go up, and the focus way down. Nice. Actually a spot that probably should be black, currently white, because the alignment's slightly off, so I didn't see that really when I was painting the piece. Alright, calling that bit done. Time to move on to the part I promised in the title, which is the Chainsword. Which, this guy's from the Indomitus box, so this is the standard ones, which actually will be the first one out of this commission I'll have using normal Indomitus Chainsword arms. I've been primarily doing the White Scar curved one that comes in the Primaris upgrade pack. Do I have any that have used that arm near me? I do not. I can get one. Just hitting all the stuff as I get up. It's fine. Between my chair and Palette Angel, which is what I call this camera, because it's from above and surrounded by a halo of light. Alright, give me 1 second, and I'll have an example. Alright, so this is what most of them have been so far. This is close to what this guy will look like when he's done. Solid here. Alright. So yeah, it's been mostly that arm thus far I've been painting. This will be my first Indomitus arm. I've also not gotten to any of these guys in my own army yet. I think the only thing from Indomitus I've fully painted is the captain. The guy with the relic shield, which, man, this was a while ago. This was like right after Indomitus came out. I just went straight to painting this guy. I think it came out right. I could have done a little bit better, but a lot of details came out good. Scripting and stuff. Probably my best scripting work is on that guy. Alright, let's see. So, where do we want to start? I'm thinking... start with the red. Red and then steel, then black. This will actually be a lot quicker than the other arm. The other arm had a lot more details. Like a little floof on the bottom. Alright, let's go to it. I got red in there. I got some red in there. Just to a size 1 brush. His shoulder's really up on the, or the forearm's really up on the shoulder. Not a lot of room to get in there. Not a lot of room. Jeez. I want a little thinner going on here. Let's get some airbrush flow improver, just a little bit. I want this red to flow a little smoother as I try getting all these crevasses. There we go. This is, for reference, corn red I'm using on this. Gonna be followed up with Wild Rider red highlights, and then I'm gonna top coat it all with Game Ink red ink to I'm gonna raise this camera here. Game Ink red ink to kind of pull it all together. Alright, I'm gonna need some fresh paint in there to make this work. So, hydrate. So for those wondering why I'm using Flow Improver and not just Thinner, Flow Improver actually doesn't just thin, which can have some extra effects like making stuff dry very quickly and stuff like that, but it breaks any surface tension in it. So the paint's only gonna go exactly where you put the brush. It's not gonna like reach out and cling to things. It's kind of important when doing precise stuff, like trying to get as little of this red on this white as possible. So while we can clean it, I just got some on it. While we can clean it, saves us time if we don't have to. Gives us time later. Because the longer you put in the layers of white necessary to clean up red on white, then it takes to go out of your way to not put any red on a white you don't want it to in the first place. Alright, that's the outside of the shoulder pad. I gotta get at least a good bit of the inside, because you will see it. I think this could go down. Yeah, I know, it's like no good angles for me to show what I'm doing right now. I'm getting all those little insets on the inside of the shoulder pad. By the way, Gosu, if you're still there, how is Chaos Demon Warp Hammer Gate? Is it good? I've heard like a couple vague things, but not like a whole lot. I've never really gotten around to look like giving it a proper look yet. We saw XCOM with Grey Knights. That is a fascinating mixture. It is actually difficult, which makes it fun yet punishing. Well, yeah, if a game can balance that out, the fun yet punishing aspect, you know, like a Dark Souls game, or you know, a lot of other tactical strategy games, then that can be a great part of it. Story's kind of lacking, but the gameplay and customization is decent. Well, that's good. To be fair, if it is taken after XCOM, then that kind of makes sense. The XCOM story wasn't that amazing either, but it worked. Which I remember back in like high school playing the original XCOM. I never beat it, but not for lack of trying. Game was hard, man. But it was worth it though, as you start getting up those tech trees and you start getting real weapons. Pretty satisfying. I did play through the first like modern XCOM. I don't think they had this feature that the original one had, or if it did, I never ran into it, which is the aliens can invade your base. Just use your head and ended up losing. In the original XCOM, they'd flat out invade your base, and you'd have to fight them in the quarters of your own base, and they could destroy stuff that would actually affect your actual like operational capability of like doing things like research or outfitting people or housing new recruits, etc. Alright, I think I got the red. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the red to completion. Do the red to completion. Yeah, there's nothing really near it I gotta worry about. So, XCOM and Grey Knights. I'm surprised you mentioned that the customization is good, because I don't remember Grey Knights being one for, like, a massive amount I mean, they have a lot of details, but their actual, like, format is usually pretty standardized. This really could be wrong. I've only seen... Oh, pardon me. Grey Knights from a distance. Man, I might actually legit need a snack. But my energy's starting to wane. Talent tree and 8 kinds of Grey Knights you can play. Let's see if I can remember my Grey Knights. You got... Aren't those the same name? Don't they have some of the names same names as normal Space Marines? Like, don't they have like intercessors? Or is incessor? Not incessors. That's clearly not correct. Interceptor. Yeah, I know. I knew it was slightly off. It wasn't quite what I was thinking. But I was like, no, it's something that sounds like intercessor. It's like a standard troop type. Or maybe it's fast attack. Actually, I don't play Grey Knights. I think I fought Grey Knights maybe once on the table. Who do you mostly fight in that? I mean, like, I get that it's chaos, but like, is it mostly demons, or is it you have a lot of like chaos space marines and cultists and stuff too? Because I'd imagine Nurgle demons. Yeah, I was about to say, unless it's mostly like bigger demons, I can't imagine much besides hordes being of much threat to Grey Knights, at least like lore-wise, you know. Grey Knights, pretty tough. Actually, they're more deadly than tough, but they're pretty tough too. Yeah. Do they use any of the named big Nurgle demons? Was it Rodicus and what was the other one? Kugoth. I remember from the Dark Imperium books. There are a few. Yeah, names ain't exactly easy to remember. I only remembered those because I've listened to like all 3 of the Dark Imperium books several times over in the past like 6 months, just because they're kind of entertaining and they're good for working. Actually, not even 6 months. Like the first book came out a couple years ago, so yeah, over the last couple years. Which honestly, I like where they're going with it, with the newest lore. Like, I don't know what it means yet, but I think it's cool that the Emperor is now, like, actively doing stuff again. At least, I think it's the Emperor. I mean, they pretty much say straight up it is the Emperor. Decide to step in and tell Mortarion to go screw. Actually, it brings up a question. I'm trying to remember which book now is considered the most like up to date. Is it still Lords of Silence, which I've not read yet, or is it the Third Dark Imperium book? Is it Godblight? Yeah, Godblight. I want to say Godblight is the third one. I mean, I suppose I could just look it up, but where's the fun in that? You probably read more than me. Honestly, most of my lore knowledge, not gonna lie. So here was my lore, not my lore, my Warhammer, like, hobby path. I found it around the time I was 19, 20, and, I didn't think I could really afford the models at all, so I just focused on the lore, which I mostly got through reading the wiki because I could get the app, the fandom app on my not even true smartphone that I could read on my breaks at my job. Because I worked a retail job for like 4 years. So I read like almost exclusively just the wiki for like 5 years. So I read like almost all of it. Like almost the entire almost the entire Wikipedia, like website for it, but particularly Space Marine stuff. And then, and in that time, I did read a couple books. I read the, yeah, no, like I mean, 5 years, man. You read it like almost every day, for like probably a couple hours every day for 5 years. You can cover a lot of wiki in that time. So I had and I did read a couple books in that time. I read Flight of the Eisenstein. I read Path of the Warrior by Gav Thorpe, the Striking Scorpion book. That was actually pretty cool. I still don't care for Eldar, but I do like the Striking Scorpions. Thought I read a couple others. What did I read back then? And like, there is like a distinction because way later, my ex and I, well, you know, I was with her at the time, my partner at the time, and I got Audible. And I started just throwing, I started using the free credits to buy Warhammer books. So now I've gone through, you know, all the Dark Imperium ones, the Black Legion books, the Night Lord books. I've been working my way through Horus Heresy. I just finished Thousand Suns, working through them in order. All the Eisenhorn books, all 8 of them, 9 of them if you include the Magos. and then we're waiting for the last Beckwin book. Those are all amazing. Those are probably my favorites by far. Night Lord's trilogy is really good. 23 books in Horus Heresy. Look at you go. What else have I read? I'd pull up my Audible, but I don't know if it'll mess up my camera. I'm using my iPhone for this cam, the brush cam. What else have I read in there? I know there's other stuff. I just can't remember what. I've been staying up to date with the Siege of Terra. I'm up to date on the Siege of Terra. That was the other big section. I was like, I know there's another like whole like series that I've read in there. Is there anything else? I think that's all of it. I know I want to get through the Horus Heresy, and at some point I want to start up the Gaunt's Ghost and the Caiaphas Cain, because I keep hearing those are amazing. Alright, I need to put red ink on. Is still good red ink? A little bit of water. I think that ink will be good from yesterday. Yeah. Damocles Crusade and a couple of the other Raven Guard specific ones, because it's actually my personal army is Raven Guard. So like, which unfortunately, most of them aren't good. Like, Healess Rain or whatever that one is. I mean, it's an okay one about some Raven Guard scouts, but it's nothing to write home about. It is a short story. The Chorus Correct specific heresy novel is kind of poo-poo. The best parts weren't even the Raven Guard ones, in my opinion. The best ones were whenever it was talking about the mortals, where was just way better. Damocles Crusade was pretty good. Decent bit about Shrike in there. I do need to get the Shrike novel at some point. I mean, probably a good idea to have read his novel, considering I use him on the table pretty consistently. It's being my Shrike model. Which, Shrike on the tabletop's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. Like, he has okay damage output for a melee character, but his big thing is just how many different things he can do. He has like over a dozen keywords. It's nuts. And he has a lot of special rules. None of them individually are super incredible, but just the combination of them, if you remember to utilize them all, can do a decent bit of extra stuff. So like, his pistol has snipe and can do mortal wounds. It has 2 shots, strength 4, I want to say -2, and 2 damage apiece, while being able to do a mortal wound on a wound roll of 6 up. And then he has a rule that on the charge, when you successfully make a charge, you roll a d6, and on a 4 up, you do a mortal wound. And then he has this warlord trait, which is Shadow Master, so he can't be targeted for Overwatch, which isn't as important as it was in 8th edition, but still can be pretty good, especially against like Tau. He gives rerolls of charges to allied Raven Guard within 6 inches that are either Phobos or Jump Pack. So your Vanguard vets or your Incursors. Or Reavers, I guess, if you're really going Reavers. He also has standard Chapter Master, so he has the Captain aura and can activate for someone, like, say, for example, a squad of 10 Vanguard vets to have full rerolls to hit, which then if you're using Lightning Claw, like double Lightning Claw or Lightning Claw and Shield, means they have full reroll to hit and full reroll to wound. So that can be pretty brutal. Then he has an interesting interaction that I feel like most people don't realize, which is the Infiltrators have the Infiltrator Comms Array, which when a Phobos unit, or when there's a character on the field, I'm trying to remember the exact word. I don't know why I'm struggling with it when the codex is right here. I literally have it next to me. It's fascinating because it's actually a pretty funny interaction. This bear Infiltrator Comms Array. The bearer's unit is always considered to be within the range of the following aura abilities of any friendly chapter Phobos units that are on the battlefield: Rights of Battle and Tactical Precision. Guess what Strike has? He has both Rights of Battle, and he has the Phobos keyword. So he can be up in, you know, your Vanguard Vet Bomb and still be giving reroll ones to hit to your Infiltrators, which I use religiously. So no need for a Phobos captain for that one, which is great because the Phobos captain is not super amazing, to be honest, which is sad because I like my Phobos captain model. It's probably one of the first, one of my first paint jobs where I started realizing that I was like getting good at painting. I think it was Shadow Spear as a box set in total that just inspired me to really up my painting game. It's also the only full box set that I've fully painted, even though I have a bunch of different box sets, like big box sets. Dark Imperium, Indomitus, Shadow Spear, Dark Vengeance from 6th edition. But the only one I've fully painted is Shadow Spear. I'm kind of close on Dark Imperium. I mean, I have the oh, actually, no, those aren't the same Intercessors. I was about to say, don't I have the Intercessors painted? No, actually, I have Intercessors from a box set of Intercessors painted. I have half of them painted as veteran Intercessors somewhere. That's only 5 of them. I don't even know where the other 5 are. Are they part of... Maybe they're part of 4th Squad. No, that's 5th Squad. That's 4th Squad over there. Yeah. So, but I have the Hellblasters painted. One of the Lieutenants painted. Well, I guess that's it. I guess that's all that I painted of that box. Because the Ancient isn't painted, the Gravis Captain has been painted and unpainted a couple times now. I can't seem to get to a point where I feel satisfied with him. And the other Lieutenant has like been primed. That's it. I haven't done anything else with the other one. But the wow, why do I keep putting him on that shelf? That's not what the show's supposed to be. Never mind. I was gonna show Lieutenant, but I don't feel like getting up at this moment. Oh yeah, I don't think you ever mentioned, Gosu, what chapter you were playing them as. Well, let me bring up the picture again. Maybe I can guess it. Oh, Imperial Fists? Doing Imperial Fists on those guys? Is that, No, it's not. Okay. Sorry, I thought my stream stuff was doing weird things. Never mind. Actually, not sure I'm gonna paint this pommel. Maybe just steel. Just do it. Just steel. I'm paying Imperial Fist for this Terminator Command Squad. I ordered an Age of Darkness box and plan on paying that as Iron Warriors with a few Night Lords. Okay. Which one are you doing the Night Lords? Like, which units? And, are you... Like, do you intend on playing them like that? Or is this just a painting project only? Or the Night Lords might only be a painting project. Oh, just a few Marines to see how I like the paint scheme. Oh yeah, that's cool. Go for it, man. Plan on playing with the Iron Warriors. Nice. I know Iron Warriors are in my top 3 for, if I were to do a Chaos Army. Iron Warriors would be in there. The other 2 are Black Legion, well, for 40k Chaos anyway. Black Legion or, Death Guard. If I were doing Horus Heresy Chaos, probably, honestly, probably World Eaters, just because of the Way in Blue paint scheme, because Way in Blue was always, like, my favorite armor colors in, like, video game customization. All these notifications just all of a sudden. I don't know why. Anyway. Actually, I do have something to say about that. I'm tempted. And maybe a little closer to the end of the stream. The last hammer just went live. Maybe towards the end of my stream, I'll raid her for the last like half hour or so if she's still online. That'd be fun. I don't think she even knows I stream yet. I'm in her Discord, been for a little bit. I've been hopping in her streams for a little while now. I don't think she even knows I stream. It's pop in. Hey, I'm Rain. Yeah, heard you were streaming, so I came. My bro friends is very in personality or in character. I mean, for me. Let's see. Get some lead belcher on the sword. Or do I have lead belcher on this? Oh, on this palette. It's probably by tomorrow I'm gonna have to put a fresh sheet on this. It's getting a little crowded. I got a bunch on my hands somehow. I don't know what it is, but there's always something like very aesthetic, or not aesthetically, but like motion-wise pleasing about painting Chainsword teeth. Anyone else run into that? Or is that another instance of where I'm weird? Yeah, I know Yukun goes to. I'm like, I don't know if he's even painted Chain anything yet. I have painted so far as part of this commission 10 Assault Intercessors, 8 of which had chain swords. So even though I didn't have a whole crapload of chain swords before this commission, how many chain swords have I painted total? What other chain swords do I have? One for that sergeant up there. One on that apothecary. I think I've only painted 2 chain swords before I painted this commission. So now I'm at 10. But, yeah, I don't know. Going down the teeth, the way they curve like that, and the motion you need to, like, give them, like, decent coverage per pass. I don't know. It's just, it stands out to me. Also, I realized another way that you just dove right into the deep end, Gosu, is you went straight for Imperial Fist. You went for yellow, which most consider is vying for the place of second or third hardest color to paint as like the main like armor color, or you know main color on a model. Hardest one is white, which I can really feel now after painting this many white scars and having so many more to paint. And second place is it's close between yellow and black, which ironically black, I play my army's Raven Guard, so at least that one I've gotten pretty good at. I can make good looking black in a few different ways at this point. Yeah, I know about yellow at first, it sucked at first, but I feel like I'm better at it. Painting black and yellow next to each other in tiny places is hell. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm not even sure how... Like, I've never done massive amounts of yellow to any great detail. So I'm not even entirely certain how I would necessarily go about stuff like shading and highlighting yellow. Like, I assume like just a brighter yellow. But like, yeah, ironically, that's one of the most obvious parts of painting Warhammer that I don't really have much of any experience with. Even though I've been painting for 4.5 years now. Painting like commissions for a bit over a year. So professionally painting for a bit over a year. What is my camera doing? Dear God. Something with like the hard connection, or is just... It might be Twitch just screwing me. I don't know. And some people are just toxic. Some guy giving someone else a hard time on Instagram, being like, there are people that paint better than you, so it's useless to pose and stuff. It's just like, oh yeah, Den of Imagination paints better than me, so obviously I should start snapping paintbrushes, right? Another guy puts, nah, I'm the best painter ever. I'm so good, Golden Demon banned me. For anyone doesn't know, Golden Demon is Games Workshop's like international like highest painting award. They do it every year. Even though I've seen a few things that were a little questionable about, questionable for Golden Demon winners. Like, I have definitely seen better stuff come out that year. I guess they just weren't submitted, but it's like, I don't know if that was that amazing, but sure. Still better than this, still better than me, but just, you pay attention on the internet long enough, you see some pretty incredible stuff. That's all I'm saying. Like, man, there was this one guy, does hot glue sculpting, which I have no idea what the actual method there is, like how that mechanically functions. I've never seen it done. I've just seen the results. This guy made the most amazing Deceiver Catan model I've ever seen, and then painted it amazingly. Holy crap. I'll probably find him if I, oh no, I'd have to go into my, I have to go into my phone to find that. I can't do that without messing up the camera. So, if you want to try to find that on Instagram on your own time, go for it. Just look up The Deceiver, Catan, you know how tags work. Yeah, my angle is like all over the place. Let's try to get this a little higher, maybe. Help. Went too far up. I went above, but I need like that ish, kinda. Yeah, you get to stare at my dirty water and dirty paint, like brush soap. Perfect. So it's 3:23. It'd still be 2 hours in the stream, but keep thinking about it. So the Last Hammers, or the Cozy Last, as our stream is called now, she's doing a WoW Wednesday, which it sounds quite appropriate. Just coming with more people and expand the WoW. It's like the Massacre Wikipedia page. You can help by expanding it. So I'm thinking we might do that at 3:30. Be my first. Earlier was my first raid incoming, and this would be my first raid initiating. But it feels good to pay it forward with what little I can. Yeah, set the ping station, Gosu. Let's do it. They probably didn't hear me because, you already left, but, I am still here. Let's go. Oh yeah, there's little buttons right there. Probably. Alright. Before I null all that, I should do the Dawnstone on the... Oh man. Yep, just hit 2 hours. Alright. Dawnstone. Let's go. Let me know. Well, I mean, you might not even have your headset back on. Let me know when you're back, Osu. When you're back, I think we are gonna go raid. Go raiding. Unless anyone else has objections, but I've not heard anything. Might just be people lurking. In which case, I appreciate the watch time and average viewer, propping up. Appreciate it a lot, actually. Alright, time to null oil. You are back. Excellent. Gonna finish null oiling this, and then we're gonna go a raiding, unless anyone has objection. I've not heard any yet. As if I'm not mistaken, Blast Hammer is handing up some orcs. But seeing I got raided earlier, want to pay it forward. That's all 5 of us. We'll see where it goes from there. Never raided before, so no idea what's gonna happen. There. That is going well. Alright. Let's do this. I'm excited. What's gonna happen? Alright, let's go. Nice. Looks like everybody. Did it work?